Hey folks, today we're going to take a question and just a follow up on all this talk about target focus versus sight focus. Hey, great video, but I have a couple questions. First, the summary of yours seems to be target focus, not red dot focused. Honestly, with that in mind, I think I've been training properly, but as I began using red dots, I searched everywhere on how to properly use the dot, and it seems that nobody actually gets into it. Like, what constitutes your dot is on the target when any slight move of the head and it shifts? All right, do you want the dot dead center of the window? Is any dot on target considered good? I'm asking this because I want to know and feel like I've yet to use the dot properly. Thanks ahead. All right, good question. A lot of people have a hard time kind of conceptualizing what I'm talking about here. Let me grab a target. There we go. Always nice to have a target. All right, so what we want as far as focus is the target is clear. Like you can make out these perforation lines on it. If there's pasters on it, you can make them out. Like the target should visually appear clear to you, which means that the background behind it or stuff in the foreground, like your gun, that's going to be blurry. So target clear. And more than that, you're focused on a small spot. So you can use a reference, like you could take a black paste or something and put it in the center of the target that you focus on. Or what it ends up looking like at higher levels is it's like you're looking to a small spot on the target, like you're looking for something there, something really small, even though on a brown target like this, there's nothing there, but you're looking for something small, even though you can't really see it, and your sight will go right to that spot that you're focused on. Now, when you're asking in here, do you want the dot dead center in the window? Like, um, yes and no, if that makes sense. Like, so the dot being dead center in the window is not relevant to where the bullet is going to go. The the sights don't have parallax, so I mean the good ones, the one you should be the ones you're buying should not have parallax. So it doesn't matter like what angle you look at it. In a sense, like if I tilt my head over here, the dot will shift over in the window. The dot will shift around in the window as I move my head. Um, on a modern sight, no parallax, the bullet's going to go right where the red dot is, so long as it's zeroed. It doesn't matter where in the window the dot is. Now, do you want the dot centered in the window? Like, yeah, generally it's going to be if you build a consistent grip and index. Like you hold the gun the same way every time and you present it up the same way every time, the dot is going to be centered in the window. It's not going to be like always, shouldn't be like always over here, there, or whatever, or in some random place. Like generally, it's going to be centered in the window if you're doing everything consistently. So, does it have anything to do with making the bullets go where you want? Strictly speaking, no. But again, generally speaking, higher level people like the dot is going to be centered in the window more or less when they're using it. Now, this is the part where it gets tricky. Um, is when you wrote, is any dot considered good? Considered good. Um, Yes and no. So the red dot is the red dot, but you want to learn to read it a few different ways. So I articulate it as dot stopped and stable, centered where you want, on that small spot. And that'll be 1 degree of precision, or maybe just your red dot floating there. Or maybe you're just reactive to the color red. So you're looking here and you see a red flash near that spot and you react to that and pull the trigger. I'd say out to 15 yards, shooting a modern handgun, the high level guys are going to be just reactive to color when it's anywhere near where they want the bullet to go. So it's like you're staring right here, you see this red slash down here, and then you're like, yep, and you're on the trigger. Like out to 15-ish yards, 12 yards, something like that. Color confirmation is going to be how the high level guys shoot. So once you get really good with the red dot, you're typically not even really experiencing it as a dot. It's just like this red flashy thing for the most part. Anyway, I hope this helps. If there's more questions, comments, put them down below.